Hello everyone, next we will be doing our vocabulary sheet, and this will just prompt you for your activity, and then you'll also be able to look back on it if you want to use any of those elements within your cat trick-or-treating. And we're going to be going over the cat trick-or-treat vocabulary and other questions. So we're going to start with number 1, and you guys can do this before and try before we do it with you, or you can do it with us right now. So I'm going to do the first one. Art based on modern pop culture and the mass media based on fine values. So I'm going to give you maybe 5 seconds to really think about what it might be, pop art or shape. Modern pop culture would be a hint. So I'm going to say it's pop art.
It is a mark used by a pencil, marker, or your own hand that is greater length than width. This can be a horizontal, vertical, zigzag, curved, thick, or thin. It is either line or negative. And is a mark. And it's line.
You're good. Okay, number 3, if you guys are ready. It is like a line but connects, creating a form. This can be geometric or organic. One could reference this to buildings or the outline of a tree branch. And your choices are color or shape. It creates a form, which is a hint. Yep, you're correct. It is shape.
A type of material that can be done by using a colored utensil on a piece of paper. And the answer is either composition or crayons or markers. And your hint is colored utensil. And the answer is crayons or markers.
All right, ready for the next one? This is the value of objects that reflects off of the sunlight. There are primary, secondary, and tertiary, which can either create intensity or dullness. Your hints is create intensity or dullness. And it's either color or holiday. And the answer is color.
The next one is a day of festivity or recreation. And the answer options are holiday or line. And then your hint is festivity, which is like Christmas, which is holiday.
All right. Going on to the next one. Refers to the main focus of the picture, while negative space refers to the background. So this is, your hint is the main focus right here. And your options are positive or composition. And the answer is positive.
The next one is two concepts being compared side by side to compare and contrast different elements. And your options are juxtaposition or color. Right. And the answer is juxtaposition. I cannot say that. Juxtaposition.
If we flip to the back, you're going to have around 5 more questions of vocabulary. All right, so the first one on the back is the space around the object of the image? And you have options of shape or negative. And we already answered positive, so that is your little hint that I'm giving you. So what would the answer be? The answer would be negative.
This is the placement or arrangement of the visual elements such as figures or trees. And your answer options are composition or positive. The answer is composition. Right?
Mm-hmm. Our next one is, if a cat has red fur and a yellow jacket, what colors are those? So if you want to look on your this sheet that we have given you, this would help you a lot with these 3 questions. And you have primary or secondary as an option. So if you look on your sheet, your answer would be primary.
If a cat is trick-or-treating and has a violet candy bag, what color is that? And it's secondary or primary as our options. And we've already used primary, so we know that it is secondary.
And our last one for vocabulary is if a cat has a red and orange fur combined, what colors would that portray as? And our options are secondary and tertiary. And the answer is tertiary. All right, so the last question to ask yourself, just a little prompt while you're doing the activity, is what motions of fur mark making will affect your characteristic of your cat? So there's a lot of different types of cats. There's fluffy cats, short-haired cats, a lot of different, there could be messy, it could be really short-haired. So really be imaginative with your fur mark making, because you could have a crazy cat with all these little marks and they're going all over the place, or you could have a cat that has all the strokes going at the same direction, creating a neater fur on the cat that you have. So just think about that and how that portrays in the characteristic of your cat. Okay, so that is the end of this paper that we just went over with you. And if you have any other questions, just ask your teacher, and then she'll ask me, and we'll get that all sorted out.
Alright, now we're going to start coloring our cat. I'm going to use blue and green, and Miss Moore is going to ask you some questions.
Alrighty, so as you get your colors around and you're really trying to decide what you want to do for your cat, I have some questions that you might want to be asking yourself, and what will inspire you to create your cat trick-or-treating. So for this one, I'm going to ask, how does the cat resemble something within your life? For Miss Cavett and myself, we chose to do a cat that isn't really something you would find in the real world. We're doing a more so fictional cat that's green and blue that we wouldn't see in real life. This is because we didn't really have a cat when we were younger, and so we wanted to create a fun cat that has different colors that one wouldn't normally see. Do you have a cat at home? What is your favorite superhero? Will the costume you choose include a power the cat can do? Will you name yourself the cat, or is it a different person? I really want you guys to think about all of these questions when you guys are starting your cat before starting the next part, which is creating your costume. So we chose the colors blue and green because I really enjoy blue. Blue is my favorite color, and green is Miss Cavett's favorite color. They're just colors that really make us calm, and they go super well together because if you look on your color wheel, they're both cool colors. So they create a great comparison when putting them on the paper. A quick tip for you guys is that right now Miss Cavett is kind of going lighter starting her cat, because as we want to create fur, we'll use the green or press harder with the crayon to create the texture of the cat that we want. So Miss Cavett's just going to finish coloring, and we're going to record the next part.
Next, I'm going to go on with the dark blue crayon, and I'm just going to press down harder and create little hashes, as you can see, and just go all over, and it adds just like depth.